Good morning from my campsite here in the San Bernardino Mountains. And good news, we're going on a little adventure today. I'm all packed up, gonna do a little hike from my campsite here down to the South Fork, the upper section of the South Fork of the Santa Ana River. So looking forward to it. Not really sure what to expect, to be honest. It's been a lot of years since I've been down to this section, and in that time, a lot has happened. There's been fires up here and floods. I did scope it out the other day, and it looks like it didn't receive as much damage as the lower section of the Santa Ana River. So a lot of the trees are still standing. I got all my stuff ready here. I got my pack all packed up. I'm gonna take my boots and my neoprene socks with me. Hopefully be able to access the creek. Hopefully it's not too overgrown and we can access some pools down there. In the past, I've caught beautiful wild trout on this section. They do stock the South Fork, but that's way further down by Highway 38. So this far up doesn't get stocked. Any fish up here are wild fish that are naturally reproducing. So I love this kind of fishing. So gonna embark on my hike here. It's probably gonna be about a 1.5 or 2 mile hike to get to the stream. We'll see how it goes. There shouldn't be anybody down there. Maybe there's another fly fisherman down there, but people probably aren't making this hike to go down to the stream. So this is looking down into the river canyon. The camera probably doesn't do it justice, but those are impressive pine trees, probably at least 100 feet tall, each one of those. So we're up here probably about 300 feet above the river directly below us. We're gonna head down this trail right here. It doesn't descend too far in elevation. We're gonna go about a 1/2 mile that way, descend about 100 feet to the river, upstream a little bit, down in that forest. Just a nice little spot right here. We're probably at about 7,500 feet, I'm guessing. This South Fork is unique to the Southern California mountains. This is probably the highest stream that has a good population of fish in it. We'll be fishing above 7,000 feet. So that's pretty high for these Southern California mountains. And it's a beautiful stream down there. Glad I brought the camera along to capture it. All right, let's continue on our way. All right, here we are. We're down here by the stream. You can see it's flowing pretty good. Upstream looks to be a lot of dead trees. Looks like it's gonna be tough fishing upstream. I might have better luck trying to fish downstream where there's remnants of a little trail that I used to mountain bike on. Awesome trail, but this used to connect down to the cabin area down at South Fork where all the cabins are. but that trail in between here and there has been kind of washed out and littered with dead tree debris. But it looks like the trail is still going up here, so I'm probably going to follow this trail downstream to try to find some pockets. Just beautiful lush forest down here. Looks like a nice little pool down here that's fishable. I'll definitely hit that up. I'm hiking downstream a little bit just to get a feel for what the river looks like before I put on my boots and put together my rod. But it's so beautiful under here, under this canopy. Cool temperatures, nice breeze. This looks awesome. I'm so glad I came up here. And it brings back memories of when I used to ride this trail on my bike. It was one of the best, that's for sure. You can see a lot of down debris down there. What happens on this section is this drains the high part of Mount San Gorgonio. So you'll get a good snowpack, a good year of snow, and then a good rain in the spring that washes it all down in just a mad torrent. So that's what tends to cause all this. Although there was a hurricane that blew through here last year, I was just at the little further downstream on the upper section of the Santa Ana River a couple days ago, and I have another video on that that you can watch if you're interested. But a lot more damage to the river basin than up here. Up here, there's downed trees, but they don't look real fresh. I think a lot of this happened a few years ago. But man, this brings back memories of riding this trail. I mean, I remember this. All right, the trail kind of petered out here. We got to a section that was burned. So I think I'm gonna stop here, stop bushwhacking. It's a lot of work bushwhacking through this stuff. And focus on fishing back upstream. I think there's enough water back there that looks fishable that it's gonna make for a good time. I don't know if I'll catch anything, but at least I'll be doing some fishing. All right, well, I completed the arduous task of getting geared up here. I got these neoprene socks on, which are a real pain to put on, and my boots. They're great for wading in the summertime. And fishing with my 5.5 foot short rod because of all the brush. 5.5 2-weight rod, and I got a little dry fly on there. Dry flies are a lot easier to fish, especially in this fast water. You can keep track of your fly a lot better when it's floating on the surface. So it's I'm not sure what this thing is called, but it's a little yellow pattern. Should be irresistible to a trout, especially a hungry, opportunistic wild trout up here that isn't used to getting fished. So only thing left to do now is to get fishing. So let's have at it. This is going to be challenging fishing because of all this brush. It's going to be fast action angling. Not for the faint of heart. Trying to keep my line out of the current so that the fly stays on the other side in that pocket. There's a fish, I just saw him. So he's interested. He's interested. Come on there, buddy. Maybe I spooked him. But that's great to see a fish. I just need to get the right presentation. And this water's moving so fast that it's hard for them to see me. Got him. That was a little one. Got a little bite. See if I can get his daddy to come out. I'm gonna hike up here and try to fish above this log. I'll come back to that section. Got him. Got one. Oh. Oh, I think I lost him. No, I still got him. Yeah. Little wild brown. Looks like a little brown. Awesome. All right, there goes the fly. Awesome little fish. Awesome little fish. How's that? All right, back you go, buddy. That was awesome. I stepped in this hole right here. It was like a couple feet deep, but that was awesome. All right, so we got wild brown trout in the stream. That's a great sign. And that was a nice little fish, maybe 7 or 8 inches or so, not huge, but real pretty. All right, well, we're gonna head upstream a little bit. To be honest, I'm just really excited to be seeing fish in here after all of the devastating events that have happened over the last few years, starting with the fire. I think it was 2018. It was called the El Dorado fire. And then a couple of floods since then. So it's great to see the fish are surviving. They're resilient little creatures. So I'm gonna head upstream, hope to find a couple more holes. All right, that's where I want to be, down there, to fish this little pool. This is real soft. This is where these boots come in handy. I'm gonna try to go across, fish it from the other side. There's one, I just saw one, so I gotta be careful. I'll go over here and then give it a couple minutes because I'm probably gonna spook up this pool. I'll go nice and slow. Not here to spook anybody. Just an angler crossing the stream. All right. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Sit here and just observe. And then once they forget about me, I'll throw back in again. All right, I saw another one right here. Looked like a nice little fish. This is tough casting right here. There's not a whole lot of room because of this brush. Oops. This brush over here, but I'm gonna try to cast it right out into here. All right, so I'm about 15 feet up on this embankment, and I was just fishing down into this pool, and my concern was that if I hooked one, how was I going to get the fish? So sure enough, I hooked one, and I was trying to scramble down over here, and my line got wrapped around and ended up snapping my fly. So I switched up my fly. I'm trying to figure out a good way to get down over here so I can fish this awesome pool. Or maybe I can come up from below. But I think if I do that again and just fish down this embankment, the same thing is gonna happen. So we'll see what I can figure out. But it was good to hook another fish. All right, well, I couldn't really figure a way to get down to river's level for this pool. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to fish from up here. If I do hook a fish, this time I'm just gonna hoist him up and get him back in the water as quickly as possible. Probably not the best thing to do, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I think I'll be able to get him back to the water successfully. And I'm about 15 feet above this pool, so I'm sitting down so I don't lose my balance and fall in. It wouldn't be good if I fell off this. Probably really hurt myself. Break an arm, break a couple arms, break a neck. I'm out here all by myself. I don't need to be falling in the river from 20 feet. Into a rocky waterfall. Let's get out at this spot before disaster strikes. All right, I've come back to the first spot where I started fishing. I want to give this spot one more chance before I start heading back upstream and fishing on my way out of here. This is the first hole I was fishing where I saw that decent fish, so I'm gonna give it one more shot. Got him. Got him. This is a nice fish. There you go. Another nice little brown. A beauty. Hook's already out. Look at that little guy. Awesome fish. Sweet. All right. I think I can now leave this spot and start heading back upstream. I've been down here for about 3 hours. But I still got more fishing in me. I'm a little concerned that there's gonna be no fish above this waterfall, but we'll see. Yeah, got one. I'm gonna have to hoist him up here. Oh, I foul hooked him. I foul hooked him. Hooked him nonetheless though. Little brown. Wow, that was weird how I caught that guy. Nice to catch a fish though, it's been a while. And confirmed that there's trout above that waterfall that I pointed out last time. All right, well that's gonna do it here on the South Fork. I've been fishing for about 4 hours. 4 hours of stream time. So I'm pretty tired, I'm pretty bushed, and about to start the hike back up the hill and back to camp. It's a great afternoon, great day on the river. Very happy to see trout in this stream. I was a little concerned that there wouldn't be any fish in this stream, but there sure are. There's lots of them in just about every hole, it seems. So difficult stream to fish, that's for sure, but nothing like catching wild fish in these Southern California mountains. In my opinion, this stream offers the best setting for fishing in the local mountains, especially in the summertime, because of the lush forest, the beautiful trees, the big trees, and the beautiful mountain stream. There's other beautiful streams in SoCal for sure. Deep Creek, Bear Creek, but all of those you're fishing at lower elevation. I mean, this is true mountain fishing that rivals, I think,
any of the Sierra mountain streams without the drive. So a fantastic setting for fishing, and I'm just real happy that the stream is doing well and the trout are thriving. So signing off for now from the South Fork of the Santa Ana River. Till next time.